Oh, what the order's going back. Oh no, no! Don't tell me Pito's done. Oh God! Don't scream! Whatever you do, don't scream! Oh God! Yo, you guys! This is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you've just watched my new intro. Soon you're going to watch my new outro. But right now you're watching my review for Hunter x Hunter episode 107. And this one starts off with Leol activating that ability he got at the end of the last episode, Inamura. And he says it only activates when it rains, and it turns out it's just surf. Okay, well, not just, but it's surf, and it actually belongs to one of the hunters that was attacked by chimera ants, Leol specifically. And Leol later says that it was him that was the one being attacked, and he was just acting out of self-defense. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But the point is that Morel knows the ability, and he has a decent idea of how to fight it. So then again, he already started his plan before Leol even activated it anymore to begin with, but whatever. Morel ends up creating this raft out of smoke, and he starts cutting through all these waves, this pipe. So Leol uses Whirlpool, another Pokemon attack, and he turns the Whirlpool into this tornado of water, and he traps Morel inside of it. And his goal is to kill Morel with this harpoon that he has. Apparently, he can throw it at the speed of light or speed of sound. Wow, speed of light. Wow, speed of sound. But Morel, he disappears, so he doesn't know where to throw. It turns out Morel has this huge lung capacity, so he used his own breath to propel himself out of the whirlpool. And he explains after this that he's discovered three things. One, he discovered that Leol can use other people's abilities, since he knows that ability belongs to the other guy, Grachon. Number two, he says that his earbuds have nothing to do with his power, which we already knew because we've seen him use it before and he didn't need them. And the third thing he says is he found out about his lifespan. And Hagya, Leol, whatever you want to call him, he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, your lifespan, it's about to end because I'm going to kill you right here. So that was pretty legit. That was pretty epic. I like that. That was a pretty cool scene. But, yeah, he mentions that it was Grachon specifically that whose ability that is, and that he's going to kill him. So then Leol responds to this. First he used Assist, then he used Surf, then he used Whirlpool, and now he uses Waterfall. So he's got all four of his Pokemon moves right there in his moveset, okay? He does this Waterfall attack, and the water ends up settling because he's not really sure whether he actually got Morel or not. And he sees these air bubbles popping up everywhere. At first there are only air bubbles in one spot, but they end up appearing everywhere. So he doesn't know where to throw his harpoon, and he ends up imagining the right scenario that Morel was at the bottom of, like, on the floor, I guess you could say. He was on the floor, and he used his smoke to create pipes, and he led those pipes to different areas. Fandangling. He used those pipes to lead to different areas, and then he would breathe through the pipe, and then air would come up in all those different areas that the pipes led to. Pipe and pipes. Why, I should have thought more on that. The smoke pipes. The smoke pipes were connected to his actual pipe. There we go. And he breathed into the pipe, and it went through the smoke. Okay, you watched the episode. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right, but Leol, he figures this out, and he actually comes to the conclusion that he's using that as camouflage so that he can escape. And that's stupid, because Morel just got done telling him that he was going to kill him, right? So why would he run away? No. He's going to try and find a way to kill Leol. It's the last thing he does, right? So That was stupid on his part, but whatever. It turns out, though, that it didn't even matter his conclusion because he ends up being poisoned, realizing that he was poisoned at least. And his board disappears. He falls into the water. The water didn't disappear, though. So that's, we don't really know. He points out that, if the actual ability was canceled out, then the water should have disappeared too. But it doesn't, and it's not really explained, I don't think, how half the ability is disengaged, but the other half isn't. But whatever. Since the poison ends up paralyzing him. Well, that's what I'm assuming, but it's possible he just didn't know how to swim. But I'm just gonna assume he was paralyzed because of the poison, and he ends up drowning. And that's it for Leol. That's it for Leol. He's done. He's gone. Right? And it turns out that the poison was carbon dioxide, naturally found in the air along with oxygen, nitrogen, a bunch of other gases that no one bothers to find out about. That like point whatever percent. But the way they explained it is that Morel sucked in all of the stagnant air that was trapped in the church, and he exhaled it out with with a high concentration of carbon dioxide. And at first I wasn't really buying that. I thought that sounded stupid and didn't make any sense. But I thought about it, and it kind of does now, because when humans exhale, they naturally exhale carbon dioxide. So if he breathed in all of that air, then sent it all back out, it would be mostly carbon dioxide. Or at least there would be a decent amount more carbon dioxide. So, and like normally, I would assume that normally with you, I'm not a big biochemistry type of guy, but I would assume that humans do this naturally. It's just that it's such an insignificant amount that doesn't matter, especially since we have plants to breathe in that carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. But because Morel has such a high lung capacity, it ends up he alone ends up making a significant amount of carbon dioxide, and that ends up poisoning Leol. And actually, that might have been another reason why he stayed underwater that long, so that he didn't end up poisoning himself. But that's it for the fight. Leol dies, and that's it. And I thought this was the best part of the episode, to be honest, this fight. But and after this, we see Palm. She's already knocked out Bezef with this drink. She goes onto his computer, finds out like the layout of the building and everything, and she escapes. And she ends up approaching those same stairs that just ended Nove. They just took him out, pretty much. And Shao Poof's aura gets pulled back. You saw my reaction to it. In the second it started getting pulled back, I'm thinking, wait a second, what's going on? Then it just clicked. Wait a second. This is Pitou. This is Pitou. Pitou's done. She's done healing Mura. So now her end is taking over. So Palm is screwed. Pretty much. She's screwed. She's going to be hit by Pitou's end. They're going to instantly discover her, go down to where she is. She's probably going to be paralyzed from fear and not be able to escape. Either that or she's going to run like her life depends on it, which it does. She's going to run like the freaking wind. Okay, but I think she's mostly going to be paralyzed by fear and just collapse on the ground. Then she's actually going to end up seeing Pitou at the or she's going to at least see one person. Maybe Montezuma, because he never does anything anyway, so it's clear he's not busy. But maybe they'll send him down there. But she'll see at least one person, at least. And will they kill her? I don't think so. I think they'll probably be wondering how she got in, and they'll ask her. I don't think they'll kill her right away because they're curious as to how this woman got in there. So I think they'll interrogate her first, and once she regains herself, if she's able to regain herself, Pitou might deactivate her then just to get her to talk and stop being afraid. But once she talks, she'll probably just tell them, BZF brought me here. Um, Now I got lost. She'll make something up that's half truth. But I don't think she'll die. I think that actually not. The logic I was about to use was she's in the ending, and if they put her in the ending, she can't just die here. She has to do something more important. But Kite's in the opening, and they killed him off. So I mean, it's not. I mean, he's still important. Even after he dies, he's still important. But still, I guess it's possible that Palm could die. I don't think she will, though. I really don't. I don't think Palm will die. I think she'll find some way to survive, talk her way out of it. But after this, we see Kahlua. He wakes up. There's this doctor, nurse girl there, and she's just making him pay a bunch of money. Even the phone cost a bunch. I think what it was like 10,000 Jenny, or something along those lines. But he ends up calling Gon to get him to wire the money over to the hospital. And we see that Meliorone did in fact start to like knuckle, which we could tell from the ending that was going to happen. But Gon actually ends up talking to Morel as well, and he pretty much confirms what I said last week about Nove being done. He is done. He's out of there. All right. He's oh wow, he's done. The Chimera Ants used Roar and scared him off. All right, he's done. But the end of the episode is Kahlua leaving the hospital, takes his clothes off. He's ripped. This is a perfect shirt to be wearing. This is a perfect shirt to be wearing for this episode. Yeah. Kahlua ends up leaving the hospital. And Calgo goes with him actually, and they end up having this friendship moment, which it might not have many shonen moments, but Hunter x Hunter still is a shonen manga for Weekly Shonen Jump, so I guess friendship moments aren't entirely avoidable. But the two of them become friends, and that's how the episode ends. And I thought this episode was pretty good, mostly because of the Morel and Leol stuff. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The stuff with Palm was interesting. Enough happened to get me excited, but not enough happened where it would impact my rating, because the scene stopped right before something happened. So yeah, the Gon Kahlua stuff, that was okay. So overall, the episode was good. It was pretty good, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But that's it for now, you guys. The new outro is going to play soon, so stay and listen to that. And that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.